Hello, gorgeous goddesses, and welcome to day 2 of the Find Your Divine workshop. I'm super excited for today because we are discovering the rise part of the module. Sorry, let me just get all this stuff going. Oh man, technology always has to go crazy on me. All right, so same as yesterday, I'm just gonna wait until I can see the video come up on my phone just so that I can see your guys' comments. I loved all the comments from yesterday and everyone that watched the replay as well. It's been so good to see what you took away from yesterday's workshop. I would love you guys to get more involved with the comments today because it's just a beautiful way for me to connect even more with you guys. I do go through the comments after the workshop and as they come through and respond. So if you have a question that you need answered, especially if you're watching the replay, feel free to put them in the comments. I will go and answer them and help you out with whatever you need. And then I wanted to also say that you're more than welcome to ask questions throughout the workshop as we go. I noticed nobody really asked questions yesterday. So if there is anything that you need more clarity on or you have questions on anything that I speak about as we go through, then pop them in the comments and I will hopefully see them and get to them. Okay, let me just refresh this page because it ain't showing me. There we go. Okay, so let's just do a sound check and a visual check. If you guys can hear me and see me perfectly, let me know in the comments. Just want to make sure that you guys can hear me before I start with all the juicy info I've got for you guys today. I'll wait for those comments to come through, but I'm pretty sure. Hey Megs, yay, I can see your comments today. Alrighty, so before we start, I know a lot of you guys already told me yesterday in the comments and posted on Instagram what your biggest takeaway from yesterday was, but I'd still love to know if something sunk in a little bit more after you thought about it or slept on it last night. Let me know in the comments. I love to see what people find of value from our workshop. So if you can, pop something in the comments just so that I can get a better idea of what's working and what's not. Okay. I wanted to find out. I know I sent a free meditation for you guys. I think it was on Tuesday. Did you guys manage to download and listen and try it out? If you did, let me know. Recording meditations and affirmations is something that I've actually just recently started doing, and I absolutely love it. But your feedback is so valuable to me because, like I said, constructive criticism is the best kind of feedback and way to improve yourself and grow and learn. So let me know if you have listened to the meditation and how you found it. Alrighty. Before we delve into today, same as yesterday, get yourself a pen and paper because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to take notes. And then a lot of the routines and rituals and tools and techniques that we touched on during self-awareness yesterday there's going to be a lot of similarities today. And then I did ask on the group earlier if you guys wanted to do a journaling and breathwork session at the end. Only 2 ladies said yes, so let me know if that is something you would like me to do. I'll leave it for the end because if it's something that you don't have the time for or you're not in an environment where you feel safe enough or comfortable enough to do it, then you're more than welcome to log off and watch the replay and do it at another time that suits you. But I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the most value throughout the workshop. Okay, so yesterday, remember, we discussed the 5 steps or stages of purpose activation. I think I'm forever going to say steps instead of stages. And yesterday we covered self-awareness and self-improvement. Today we are covering awakening and higher consciousness. So awakening is basically when you begin to realize that you are not your body and you are not your mind. You are your soul that's living in a body with a mind. And this is when you experience a desire to learn more about these spiritual things, these routines, these rituals, everything that we're going to talk about today. That's the awakening stage. You might still feel embarrassed to tell people that you're in the stage, so worried about what your parents might think, what your friends might think, what your kids might think. But trust me, when you start moving up into the next stage, this is when you reach higher consciousness. So this is when you come out of the spiritual closet, and you no longer feel the need to hide your beliefs. For fear that you won't be taken seriously, maybe. I know a lot of people think this whole spirituality thing is woo-woo and there's no scientific proof. I think, can't think of the name now, but there is some, I've actually read so many of his books, I can't believe I can't remember what his name is now. I'm sure it'll come to me. But he actually does a lot of scientific research and like shows you how a lot of these spiritual things that we talk about are actually real and proven scientifically. Anyways, that was a side rant. So when you now are in this higher consciousness state, you also have now found the practices that resonate with you, and you practice them on a daily. It's become part of your daily routine, part of your natural day. So yeah, those are the two steps, like I said again, stages of purpose activation that we will be covering today. Hey, Vicky. Alrighty, so discovering your purpose. I found this formula and I absolutely love it. It says passion plus expertise plus usefulness equals purpose. So if you break that down, obviously we've already discussed passion, and passion is the things that you love, that you enjoy, that you can do every day, that bring you that happiness, that fulfilled feeling. So obviously that's part of the equation. Expertise. Once you start to figure out what your passions are, you can start to learn skills, learn more knowledge, and like further your expertise in this field. So that's expertise. And then usefulness. Obviously, your purpose has to have some kind of usefulness to either yourself or the people around you that you are going to land up helping. Okay, so those are the three things that add up to your perfect purpose. Now, when it comes to passion, excitement, things that excite you are basically the breadcrumbs that lead you to your purpose, all right? And excitement is probably the most strongest emotion when it comes to passion. Now, sorry, I lost my words. Don't confuse excitement with passion. The difference between excitement and passion is that excitement is a short-lived emotion, where passion is a long-term thing. But excitement can help you to realize what your other passions or your deeper passions are. Okay. So in order to start like figuring out what types of things bring you excitement, bring you joy, spark your passion, I've put together a few questions that you can either think about or journal on, whatever works for you, that'll help you to start actually figuring out more of what sets your soul on fire. Okay, so the first question is, what did you enjoy doing when you were growing up? This can be the games that you played, the subjects that you took, the hobbies that you had, the conversations that you used to have with your friends. These can be such a good way to figure out what excites you. Think about when you were a kid. This was when you were at your most purest state of mind. You hadn't been exposed to fears or traumas. You had no limiting beliefs. You had a lot less negativity than we do now as adults. So whatever excited you as a child was probably something that really, really deep down was a passion for you. So that's a great question. I love it. And then, what did you dream of becoming when growing up? Now, I know some people like dream as kids were like, I want to be a dinosaur, I want to be a pirate. But this really is a good question, because it might not be what your purpose is, but it can definitely show you what you're more inclined to enjoying. And an exercise I love to tell people to do is to write a list of 5 top careers that you would love to do, and then look at those 5 careers and ask yourself why. Why would you want to have that career? And start to list all the reasons, and that'll also help you to start realizing where your passions and your excitement lies. Another question, sorry guys, I'm squinting at my notes here. Another question is, what is your favorite topic to talk about? Whether it's with friends or your partner or whoever it may be, what topics do you find yourself talking about a lot, and what topics do you find yourself enjoying speaking about a lot? Because these can also be things that lead you to discovering what your passions are. And then what do you like doing that makes you lose track of time? We spoke about this yesterday. Whether it's painting, doing yoga, writing, whatever it is that you get so lost in that the time goes by, but it doesn't feel like you've been doing it. It's like the time shoots. That's also something that's definitely tugging at your passion strings. Okay, next question you can ask is, whose life do you most envy and why? And this kind of relates back to the role models conversation we had yesterday, but who are you envious of the most and why? Like, is it Sally who has her own business and can spend time at home with her kids? Maybe you're envious of her because you'd also like to have your own business and be able to spend more time with your kids. I love looking at jealousy. Everyone thinks that jealousy is such a bad emotion, but jealousy to me is the best emotion ever because it shows you what you actually want most in your life. And by seeing that someone else has it and that triggering jealousy inside of you, it actually shows you that what they have is attainable for you as well. So when you start to realize that jealousy is actually a signal showing you something that you want, it's going to change your life. Okay, if you had, what would you, I actually asked this in the group, what would you study if you could start over? And a lot of you guys had such awesome answers. So really think about, like, if you could go back to when you just finished high school and start all over again and study whatever you want to, what would be something that would draw you and you'd love to study? Okay. If you had 5 minutes to speak to the world, what would you say? Again, this just shows you what you're most passionate about, what topics, this goes back to the topics, what topics bring you joy that you can speak about for hours, that you love to share your knowledge with other people with. And then these last three, I'm just going to say them all together because they're all basically, we covered them yesterday, but they all work together. What would you do if you had no fear? What would you do if you were guaranteed success? And what would you do if money wasn't an issue? So this is basically questions where you're taking out a barrier that's giving you the fear block or the limitations block, money, failure, fear, and making you really think about what you would be doing if none of those were an issue for you. Okay, so when it comes to discovering your passions, I want you to remember to try everything. I said this yesterday as well. Try new things, even if you don't think you're going to enjoy them. You never know what you're going to learn from the experience. You never know what you're going to take away, and something might actually spark joy inside of you, and you might find another avenue of passion. And be present in every moment. Presence brings you into the here and now, and you take so much more in. It allows you to connect with your intuition. It allows you to notice signs from the universe. There's so many beautiful things that presence allows you to notice and do and retain. So I always say be present. We spoke about this yesterday as well, but the more present you are, the better your spiritual journey is going to go. Okay, and then I found this quote. I absolutely love it. It says, remember, you can't be anything you want, but you can be everything that you are. I just love that. Okay, and then finding your passion takes time, so don't pressure yourself. Like I said yesterday, when you pressure yourself and you put yourself under pressure and you feel anxious or stressed or disappointed, you're lowering your vibration. And like I said, when your vibration's low, you're not going to be able to attract any higher vibrational things into your life. And remember, the more of this work that you do, the more you start to pick up passions, pick up things, realize things. It's almost like building a puzzle. So once you find your purpose, this whole puzzle will be built. But every little sign, every little moment of joy, every little journaling session where you realize something new, these are all parts of the puzzle that you can put together to finally figure out what your purpose is. Alrighty, right. So I want to speak a little bit about intuition because I think it's something that a lot of people firstly don't understand or don't know about, or maybe think that they don't have it. But intuition is something that every single human being has. We just don't use it. It's like a muscle. So when you don't use it, it doesn't work really good. And the more you practice and the more you train that muscle, the better it gets, the stronger it gets. So intuition is just this deep inner knowing where it just makes it a lot easier to make decisions that are aligned with your higher self, to see things that are happening a lot easier and quicker than you would if you weren't connected to yourself, the universe, the things that are happening around you. So I've got a little exercise that you can do to work on your intuition. You don't have to do this. I mean, for me, my intuition is a lot better than it was a year ago, and I almost feel like sometimes it like freaks me out a little bit because I'm like, how did I know that? But I just knew in the moment that that was the right decision to make. And for me, it's just this feeling in my gut. I just know. I always listen to my gut before I listen to my head, because as humans we also overthink everything, and when you overthink everything you land up probably making the wrong decision because you're making the decision for the wrong reasons. Remember yesterday, to start making decisions for other people instead of yourself, that can also hinder your intuition so much. So just feeling that feeling in your gut and going with that before you allow your brain to take over and mumble jumble you into a state of confusion. So like I said, here's a little exercise you can do to work on your intuition. So what you need to do, and this is with any spiritual practice or routine or ritual, is to find a place and sit comfortably. Make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Do a little bit of breath work, because like I said, breath work brings you into the current moment. It calms you down. It allows you to be fully present in the moment instead of having your mind rushing and thinking about what you have to make for dinner after this, or the chores you still have to do, or the thing you forgot to do earlier. So just really try, be comfortable, sing to yourself, do breath work, and make sure that no one's going to disturb you. Okay, when you're relaxed and quiet, I want you to think of a question or a situation that you want a bit more insight for. So maybe you have a question like, make it simple in the beginning. It doesn't have to be a life-altering decision. So maybe it can be like, should I have fish for dinner or should I have cottage pie, all right? And I want you to just sit and really focus on this intention, this question, whatever it may be, for a while. Don't overthink it. Like I said, just to keep thinking about the question. Don't let anything else come into your head. And then ask for a direct experience about it in the near future. So yes, this sounds so woo-woo, but ask the universe to show you a sign, whether it be a blatant in your face sign or something so like symbolic or minuscule. Just ask for the universe to show you a sign and then just let it go. The subconscious works in such a beautiful way. I always think about when I used to write exams and you would get to a question and you read it and you're like, I know the answer to this, but I just can't think what it is. And instead of, I've always been so calm, instead of freaking out about it, I would just leave it and carry on with the test. And I can promise you, like 99% of the time, I'd be like halfway through the rest of the test and this answer would just pop into my head because I'm not overthinking and trying to like rack my brain for the answer. I've allowed my subconscious to now go into like my storage vault and try to find what it needs to find, and it would bring it back to me. So by letting it go, this question or whatever you've been asking yourself, it just allows your subconscious to work in the background, process it, think about it, and then I promise you, you'll start to like get these universal signs and or even these feelings. It might be we all connect with different senses. Like I'm a very visual and audio person, but someone might be a it's like a smell. Sorry, I don't know what you call smell, or touch, or whatever it may be. So your intuition, whatever sense you are most familiar with or most inclined to use, is probably going to be a way that your intuition is going to tell you something. So that's just a cool way that you can work on strengthening your intuition. There are so many other ways, but I just thought this was the easiest way to do. But like I said, go on Google. If that doesn't work for you, go on Google and see what other exercises you can find to work on your intuition. And then remember, intuition and synchronicities are signs from the universe that go hand in hand. So synchronicities are coincidences, but I don't like using the word coincidence because that makes it seem like it happened by accident. Synchronicities are things that happen for a reason. And when you start to pick up that it's a synchronicity and it has something to do with your life, with your path, with whatever it might have to do with, it's such a beautiful thing because you really start to pick up and get more signs from the universe that help you in your journey and on your beautiful path to discovery. Okay. Let's dive into my favorite and top tools, routines, rituals, whatever you want to call them, to connect with yourself and your deeper purpose. Now, before I even get into these, I want to know what routines you might be practicing already, or ones that you've resonated with and ones that are really working for you. And if you're not doing anything at the moment, what routines and rituals are something that you've always been really interested to start, but you've never actually put in the effort and started it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to see what's working for you or what you'd love to try. Okay, so let's dive into the tools. Okay, so the first one is to make space. Now, it sounds so simple, but you can't start instilling new habits and routines and things in your life if you don't have space for them. So, and this isn't just physical space, it's mental space. So, like what we did yesterday with the release, you really need to make sure you have gone through all the things you need to release. You're starting to really get rid of these bad habits, these bad emotions, these bad reactions, whatever they may be, that are holding you back, so that you have space to instill these new habits, these new routines, these new beautiful things that are going to help you on your journey. Number 2 is to wake up earlier. Now, I know most of you are going to be like, why? Especially now that it's going into winter. I can tell you right now, I hate winter. It just makes it so hard for me to get out of bed. But when I'm saying wake up early, I mean you don't even have to get out of bed. So many of us use the excuse that we don't have time to do journaling or to meditate or to do any of these self-improvement routines and rituals. And the truth of the matter is, the best time you're going to find is if you wake up a little bit early in the morning when everyone else is sleeping, no one else is going to bother you. You can do whatever you want. And this is the time that you can actually start spending on yourself, with yourself, for yourself, to improve yourself. So whether you need half an hour or 2 hours, just start waking up earlier is going to give you so much more opportunity and time to work on your self-growth. Okay, let me just check comments here. Okay, Vicky says, love journaling, but battle to voice what's in my mind. I mean, I'm not telling you that this is a problem, but I can tell you right now, when I started journaling, I was too much in my head and not enough in my heart. And when I learned to just let go of overthinking what I needed to write and let things flow, journaling became a lot easier for me. We always sabotage ourselves with our mind, our monkey mind. So if you can start to maybe do some breath work, some breathing, light incense, play some nice music, and really just connect to your soul and let that flow. Hopefully that'll help you a little bit more with your journaling journey, the journaling journey. And then Claudia also says, I've been journaling and it's been life-changing. Yeah, journaling, I think, is such an underrated thing. A lot of people, I think, are just too lazy to put pen to paper or take the time to really dig deep and put their soul down on paper. But like I said yesterday, when like the Ho'oponopono ceremony, there's nothing more therapeutic than writing out what's coming out of your soul. And when you just let it flow, so much comes out that you weren't even aware was inside of you. And it just really helps you to grow, to pick things up, and to just figure out what you like, what you don't like, what irritates you, what emotions are holding back, just all the things you need to start to learn about yourself in order to grow. Okay, so once you started waking up earlier, I want you to start practicing presence as much as you can. When you're more present, like I said earlier, you are more receptive to picking things up. I don't know if you've all managed to watch yesterday, but the one thing I said about practicing presence is doing it when you're doing like your day-to-day mundane tasks. So for me, it's washing dishes. I love washing dishes now. I don't know why. It's not like I actually love washing dishes, but it's just the time that I allow myself to just be there and concentrate on what I'm doing and be present in the moment. Okay. Number 4 is actually such a beautiful way to figure out maybe what your passions and your purpose is without you even having to lift a finger. And this is asking other people to tell them what they appreciate about you, or what they think you're good at, what they think your skills are, or even thinking about what people always come to you for help for, or come to you for advice for. Because we get so used to the things that we are innately talented at or good at that we think that's just how people are, and we don't realize where our skills and our strengths lie. So by asking someone else, like ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your friends, ask your partner, ask anyone, and I promise you, you'll be blown away by the things that they tell you. Like I said, we take our own skills and talents for granted, especially when it's something that we enjoy and we're just naturally good at, because like I said, you just feel like that's how it is. But other people are really going to help shine a spotlight on where your skills, your talents are, what you're good at, without you even having to sit and think about it at all. Okay, Vicky says she's definitely too much in her head. So yeah, I think really just try, like, connect with your flow, and hopefully your journaling will get better, girl. Okay. Number 5, read and learn more about the things that interest you and spark passion. Again, we spoke about this yesterday, but I can't stress enough how much you can learn by listening to podcasts, reading books. I'm like a Google freak. Every time anyone asks me a question and no one knows the answer, I'm like, let me just Google it, and I'll quickly Google. And I always like joke, I'm like, I don't know what people did before Google, because they would just have questions that would never be answered. So really just start to learn more about the things that you're interested in. And the more you learn, the more you'll pick up, oh, I thought I was interested in this, but this little side venture here that I read about in the book is actually a lot more exciting to me than the original subject. Sorry, dogs are going mad. Okay, the next thing you can do is say your daily affirmations out loud. This is my favorite tool. My neighbors must think I'm batshit crazy, because every day when I get in the shower, I have my little shower speaker, I have my affirmation tracks on my phone, and I play through the speaker, obviously. I put it up to full volume, and I shower, and I'm just like, I am grateful, I am blessed, I'm amazing, and it just makes me feel so pumped and ready for the day. So affirmations is such a beautiful way to get yourself in a higher vibration, get yourself at a higher frequency, and just really like reprogram your mind to really start believing that you are all these things. And remember with affirmations to say it in the present tense, like it has already happened, and always say I am. So, I mean, it might feel silly in the beginning if you're saying I am successful, I'm a multimillionaire, because you're not. But you're just putting that out in the universe, and you're putting it in your subconscious. And I promise you, the more you say these affirmations and the more you believe them, the more confident you're going to be in yourself, and the more you're actually going to start achieving your goals and dreams. Okay. Sorry, I got very passionate about affirmations, but that's my favorite tool. Okay. Then obviously journal. Journal about the things you're learning. Journal about the things you're noticing. Journaling about the things you like, you don't like, the things people told you, things that happened during the day. It's all like putting the puzzle piece together. If you don't necessarily have to go back and read your journal, but I promise you, the more you start to journal every day, the more you're going to pick up things that are recurring in your life. And then something else you can do if journaling is not your vibe is to do a mind dump. So that's basically getting a big piece of paper. I'm sure you did this in primary school where the teacher would tell you to do like a mind map, and you put something in the middle that says like the things I love and enjoy, let's say for instance, and you just start writing all the things that you love, all the things that you enjoy, and you put it somewhere. And when you think of something else, you add to it, and you add to it, and you add to it, and that also just help you to put all these things together and start to finally realize where your passion is. Okay. And then meditate, obviously. Like I said yesterday, you don't have to do the conventional sit and meditate for an hour. Just do the meditation that works for you, and try to meditate on thinking about what is my passion, what is my purpose, what excites me, and it'll come to you. And then also to just do things that center you, that bring you calm, that bring you still, that bring you peace. Whether it's yoga or Pilates or meditation or walking your dogs or lying in the park, whatever it may be, just doing these things that calm and center you will help you to firstly be more present, connect with yourself, feel more at ease, feel more happy. And I mean, these are all the things you need in order to further your spiritual progress. Okay. Then I love this one. Find a community that resonates with your new path. As humans, we need connection. And I'm sure the world has realized this after COVID, where we were all locked up in our houses, stuck with the same people. We all missed this connection that we have with people. Well, I should hope we all did. Humans are connected in some beautiful, magical way. We're just so disconnected from the fact that we are connected that we're not connected anymore. It's like a tongue twister. But once you find a community that has the same beliefs as you, is on the same path as you, it's just such a beautiful thing, because you start to get support. You get a feeling of like belonging. These people might share their experiences, share their advice, share like tips and tools with you as well. And it's just a beautiful way to help you step more into the person you want to be, because now you have the support of other people. Okay. It might be hard now to find a community, especially with COVID and stuff, but go look on Facebook. There are tons and tons, maybe millions and millions of Facebook groups and Facebook communities and Facebook pages where people are connecting because of a similar passion, similar interests. So, I mean, if you want to find a community about artistic things, maybe painting, you can literally type in like painting, look under the groups and see what groups come up. It's such a beautiful way. And the nice thing about it as well is that it's not so personal, so you don't have to feel intimidated by joining these groups. You can just go there, you can just observe, you don't have to actively participate, but I promise you, if you find the right groups, you're going to want to start participating, because things are going to resonate with you, things are going to stick out to you, people are going to start asking for advice that you're going to be able to give to them. So it's just a beautiful way to like hone in on what you love, what you enjoy, learn more, spread more love, give back, and yeah, all those beautiful, beautiful things. Okay. Then investigate your past for clues. So look back on your life, on all the pivotal moments, maybe like big, hectic things that you managed to get through, and start to see like, how did I overcome this? Is there a special way that I managed to overcome it that I can help other people to overcome? Because that could be something that really sparks like your purpose inside of you. For me, it's realizing that I can help people step into their power, find their purpose, like become better, get rid of their bad negative traits, step into the beautiful, divine, gorgeous people that we were meant to be. And yeah, that's what I've picked up as a pattern in my life. So looking back on your past for clues is such a good way to see things that you might not have seen before. All right. Listen to your intuition. We already discussed this. Work on it. Listen to it. See how it changes your life. And then take all opportunities for growth and learning. Become that yes man. If an opportunity is like given to you where you can learn, where you can grow, and yes, it might be scary. It might be something that brings up fear in you. But if it's not going to harm you in any way, and it's just going to help you overcome or learn or meet new people that are going to help you, or might be people you can collaborate with in the future when you do finally find your purpose and start to turn it into your business or whatever your plan is with your purpose. These opportunities are like gold, okay? And it's so funny because obviously I spoke to you guys about my fear of public speaking yesterday, and one of my friends actually messaged me afterwards to say that she did Toastmasters and she thinks it would be so lovely if I joined. And I was like, hell yes. She said I can come as a guest to one of the sessions. I was like, hell yes. What do I have to lose? Yes, I know it's going to be scary. And now I'm speaking in front of other people who have probably been doing this Toastmasters for longer than me. And Toastmasters basically is just like speech and debating and just like getting your confidence up with speaking and learning how to speak. Listen to me. I definitely need to go to this Toastmasters thing. But I would have never said yes to this a year ago, 2 years ago, because I hadn't faced my fear, got to know my fear, and realized that it was just holding me back. So all opportunities that come your way, say yes, especially if they're going to help you grow and blossom on your journey. Sorry, I just saw Vicky's comment. Are you talking to me about cancel your comments? I'm like, what is happening here? Again. And then let your creative side flow. Whatever brings you joy, whatever like brings out that creativity bone in you. And I'm not saying you have to be an artist. If like balancing books is what brings you joy and makes you feel creative, then do that. Okay, it doesn't have to be arts, like artsy fartsy. And I'm not hating on artsy fartsy. I'm the most artsy fartsy person ever. But just find stuff that lets your creativity flow. Because also when you are in a creative mode, things come to you more naturally, more easily, and you'll probably find that you start to get better ideas on what you want to do going forward. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the only attitude you should have, and daily. And like I said, gratitude is such a beautiful vibration and frequency to be on, because when you are grateful for things, the universe will keep giving you more things to be grateful for. It's like a beautiful cycle of happiness and gratitude and getting more things to be happy for and more gratitude. So just practice gratitude daily. Whether you write down 3 things that you're grateful for, or you think about it in the morning, or like what I like to do when I go to bed is turn to my husband and say, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? And he'll tell me and I'll tell him, and then we go to bed. So, I mean, you don't always have to be making like set aside time to do all these things. These are things you can do like in 3 seconds, in three like rapid thoughts, okay? So gratitude is a big one. And then let go of your need for control. Allow life to flow. The only thing we can control in this life are our actions and our reactions. So once you realize this and realize that you literally cannot control anything else in this life, and you let go of that, it's just such a beautiful thing, because control is also quite a negative low frequency vibration, especially when things don't go your way. It causes all these other negative emotions. So when you let go of control of things that you can't control, life just flows and it just feels so much better. Okay, I see Vicky's like, no, replying to Megan. Yes, gratitude is amazing. And yes, gratitude is the only attitude you should have. Cool. Okay, practice more self-love. We spoke about the difference between self-care and self-love. Yes, do the self-care things, run the bubble bath, do the face mask, go for the pedicure, whatever it is. But the self-love is the deeper work that you need to do. So make sure you are starting to work on accepting the things that you haven't been able to accept your whole life. Like my fat ass, girl, okay? I was so self-confident when insecure. That's the word I was looking for. So insecure when I was younger about my body. And I was from a family that just have naturally bigger butts. But my whole life, I would never wear a bikini. I was like a girl running around on the beach with like these long ass boy board shorts. Because I couldn't accept that my butt was part of me. And when you realize that you can't change it and you actually start to love these things about you, lol, who knew like 15, 16, I'm giving away my age, yeah, years ago, that big butts would be all the craze right now. But it took me so long. And once I finally started to love and accept myself for that, I don't have a problem running around in a bikini. I'm not saying that I've got a Victoria's Secret model body, but I'm comfortable in my own skin, and I'm actually happier now because I don't feel like I need to cover myself up. I'm not worrying about what other people might be thinking when they look at me, because who cares anyway. So yeah, practicing more self-love and just accepting yourself for who you are, realizing that you can't change who you are and everything about you is beautiful. It just really changes your whole mindset and your whole life. Okay, then get to know yourself better. So a very, very, very fun way to do this is to start doing personality tests. I mean, obviously, don't do those stupid ones on Facebook where it tells you which Harry Potter character you are. That's really not going to contribute to your life. But the real and like really cool personality tests that actually show you where your strengths and your weaknesses lie. Because by doing these tests, you might start to pick up that you have a strength in something you didn't realize, or you have a weakness, something that you've been trying to pursue as a passion, but it's a weakness. And that's not to say that you can't do that. It just shows that it's something you also need to work on. I actually have a spiritual personality test on my, it's in the link in my Instagram bio, so you can go do that if you want. It just shows you like your type of spiritual personality. There's four results. There's the guide, the leader, the creator, and the maker. But yeah, if you want to do that test, you're more than welcome to go click the link in my Instagram bio, and you can do the test. It'll tell you your result, and then there's an explanation of what each one is. Okay. Now I want you to remember to always embrace your purpose, and to remember that you're never too old, too stupid, too broke, too silly, to whatever you think you may be, to start doing something new now. I know I asked on the group about if you could start again and study something. You can start again. There's nothing stopping you. And you don't have to go back to university or like enroll in a stupidly expensive course through like an online university, whatever it may be. I said this and I said this before, we have so much access to information now. And I'm sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see that I'm constantly doing courses on Udemy. I think the most expensive course I've paid for on Udemy is like 280 Rand. So there really is so much access to information, and a lot easier ways than it was years ago to learn new skills, to learn new things. So just remember, if there's something you want to start learning more about, or there's something you want to study, you can do it. And that's also where your waking up earlier is going to help you as well to find time to do stuff like that. Okay. So how do you know if something is bringing you passion? A lot of people, I think, especially if you grew up in a family where people told you, don't be stupid, that's not realistic, you can't do that. And they almost like dim the light on the things that brought you joy and brought you excitement and that you really enjoyed doing. A lot of people find it difficult to realize what their passions are. So here are 5 elements or feelings that might indicate or will be a way to show you or indicate to you if you're feeling passion. So the number one thing is that you feel alive. You feel invigorated, motivated, you feel happy when you're doing something. I mean, that's like the most obvious one, I think, of what passion should feel like. Yeah, Vicky's like Udemy as well. I have so many courses on there, but I'm actually starting to get through them. I think in December, I was like, I probably have like 20 Udemy courses that I've got, and I haven't done any of them, but now I've done like 5, so at least I'm getting somewhere. Okay, so number 1 is feeling alive. Number 2 is feeling in flow. So this is swimming with the current. I love this. I was listening to the Abraham Hicks podcast, but I think he's dead. So his wife, Esther Hicks, just talks, and she's amazing. But she was saying, in life, you should always swim with the current because it's just a lot easier. And I'm not saying like go with the easiest option, but go with the mindset, do the work. Like, instead of thinking about things negatively, think about things positively. So that's what I mean by like going with the current. When you go in flow, you feel like you're going with the current because everything just comes naturally and easy to you. And it probably means you're doing something that you enjoy and that you're passionate about. Okay. The third thing is you feel comfort. It just feels right. The fourth thing is that it's something that you can do consistently. So yes, you might enjoy doing something now, but can you picture yourself doing it every day for the next 10, 15 years of your life? Make sure that you're not confusing like the excitement of something new with an actual passion that you can continue to do for a longer period. And then the last feeling is that it makes you feel positive. I mean, obviously, but when you feel more positive, you feel more confident. And also remember that it should also make you feel less competitive. And I know this sounds so weird, but we've been brought up in a world where we like taught that you have to be better than the rest. I know schooling is changing now, probably in a like way too extreme way, because now there's no such thing as winners and there's no prize for the people who did better. But that's a discussion for another day. We need to stop being less competitive and more, encouraging to other people. The world, I mean, how many people are there in this world? You can't just not do something because the market's saturated or it's already been done before. The beauty about doing something that you're passionate about is that you're going to attract the people who resonate with you, who are attracted to you and your personality and the way that you do things. So yes, there are a million life coaches now, especially with COVID going online, but we all bring our own sprinkles to the party, our own toppings. We all have the same cake, but we all decorate it differently, basically. So just a note to not let competitiveness take over, because that also is going to lower your vibration. Okay. So now that, I'm not saying you found your passions now, but once you have found your passions, what do you actually do with it? So it's time to delve deeper into the reasons behind having specific passions or even specific emotions. You might be passionate about something that makes you angry. Let's say like environmentalism. Obviously, it's going to make you angry because you're going to look around and see the things that are being done to our earth without any repercussions. So passions don't have to necessarily spark positive emotions in you, but it shows you what you are passionate about, if that makes sense. Okay. So it's not only passions that bring you closer to your purpose, but also being aware of certain emotions and what they are telling you. So I actually found this thing on a Pinterest, and it's so interesting because your emotions are like signals that something else is happening. Please don't tell me I deleted it. I think I did. Damn it, Roxanne, why do you sabotage yourself like this? Oh, do you know what? But I didn't empty my trash bin. Thank you, iPhone. Okay, sorry guys, give me 3 seconds. Here we go. Okay, so listen to your emotions. I'm not going to go through all of them, but let's say anger. That's quite a common emotion that everyone experiences. Anger shows you that you're passionate about something, or where your boundaries are, and that what you believe needs to change about the world. Sorry guys, it's when I was in grade 1 the way that I'm reading. So it's beautiful when you realize that your negative emotions are actually showing you positive things. Like we just said with anger, it shows you what you're passionate about. It shows you where your boundaries are, and it shows you what you believe needs to be changed. So think about that the next time you get angry. Think about what's triggering you, because that's also an indication of something that might be you might be passionately passionate about. I've literally lost my vocab today. Disappointment shows you that you've tried for something, that you did not give into apathy, and that you still care. Shame shows you that you're internalizing other people's beliefs about who you should be or who you are, and that you need to reconnect with yourself. So, I mean, you can go, Pinterest is my favorite thing ever, but try to find, listen to your emotions and look through all of them, because it's actually amazing how your emotions are showing you what needs to change or what's right in front of your face. It's just obviously the way you're reacting that you need to change. All right. Okay, so these are some more questions that you can ask yourself in your journaling or your meditation or your self-reflection time, whatever you choose and works for you. That also just helps you further figure out what your passions are. So things like, why is it so easy for me to do this while I struggle to do other things? Why do issues like these bother me when I don't care about some other issues? Why am I experiencing this in my life? And remember that certain experiences shape you and teach you the things that got you to where you are today. And then what are my past and present experiences saying about my future? Okay. So growth cannot happen without discomfort. If you feel uncomfortable, you are growing. And you're getting closer to the highest version of you. Okay, I was going to do the breath work and journaling, but I see we've been on for almost an hour. So if you want, I can pre-record the journaling and breath work, or I will actually do a bonus mini workshop maybe next week or the following week. Let me know if that's something you guys would be keen on, because it's all good listening to this workshop and writing down notes and being motivated, but if you don't actually start with the tools that are going to help you on this journey, you're never going to start. So I would love to be there and help you to start journaling about all these things that you need to journal about, and assist you in that, and also the breath work, because I believe, especially Vicky, you said you struggle to journal. I believe that breath work before journaling is such a beautiful way to get yourself ready for journaling. Okay, now before we go, I told you guys I had an exciting announcement today. Also, before I get into the exciting announcement, I decided that today and yesterday your shares on Instagram will enter you into the competition to win the 3-card angel reading. So good posting today as well. Don't forget to tag me. I've been loving seeing what all you guys have taken away from yesterday, and I'll love to see what you guys took away from today. Okay, but my big announcement. So I have been relentlessly working on a secret project, and I'm revealing it to you guys now. I am launching my first official online course. It's called Divinely Aligned, and it's a 12-week program where we basically go deeper into everything that we've spoken about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And it's just geared towards really helping you make a huge transformation. If you found value in the past 2 days, and if you find value in tomorrow, then I really think you should consider just even signing up and booking a clarity call with me, because this course is going to be so transformational. We will spend 3 months going through the thing. Obviously, it's release, rise, repeat. Listen to me. Release, rise, return. So the first month, we'll obviously focus on the 4 top negative things that we spoke about yesterday, but we will go deeper into them. We will go through worksheets. We will do exercises. We will do meditations and all the things that we need to do together to really help you to go through the things you need to, and to grow through the things you need to in order to activate your inner purpose and passions. And also, obviously, if you do decide to join the course, you're going to have one-on-one sessions with me. We will have group coaching sessions. You'll You'll be on my Telegram, which means you can ask me questions anytime about anything you're having issues with. It's honestly just going to be such a beautiful journey of awakening the self. And I'd love to actually be able to like continue this journey with some of you girls, if you ladies, sorry, if you think this is something that you need in your life, because I like holding your hand and helping you. And because you guys joined me for this workshop and you've been so amazing, I will be giving you all a VIP special exclusive discount if you do sign up. But I will be sending you an email after this workshop now with all the information. And also, if you sign up through this link that I'll send you in your email, I'm giving away 2 bonuses as well if you do officially sign up with me. So that is super exciting. I am so excited. Obviously, I haven't let anyone else know. You guys are the first to know. I'll be only launching next week. But I hope this is something that might spark interest in you. And if you do really feel like you are ready to jump in and figure out what you need to work on and do to find your purpose, find your passion, if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling like there's more to life, then this is for you. Alrighty, so I will send you those deets later. Thanks, Claudia. It is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. All right. Okay, once again, I'd love to know what your biggest takeaway was, whether you put it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, put it in the comments. Like I said, I'll always go back and read all the comments. And if you have questions or anything like that, also I will answer them for you. And I'll see you tomorrow then, guys. I hope you found value in today. And before I go, actually, I must remind you that tomorrow I'm doing it at 12. So, because it's Friday, I mean, obviously, I don't expect that you'll all be able to make it, but obviously the replays will be up. But just so you know, we're at 12 tomorrow, not at 4. But yeah, guys, I'll see you tomorrow where we discuss returning your beautiful gifts and talents to the world and just making the world a better place, and even like building a business around it, because everything's an energy exchange. And obviously we don't expect you to give out your talents and your skills and all of these things for free. So if you can actually turn this into a business and make money from it, that is the most beautiful thing, when like purpose, passion, and money come together. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, if you're watching the replay, I can't wait to see your comments, but have a fabulous evening, and I will catch you guys tomorrow afternoon. Bye.